Hey, teacher, I have a question for you. Have you ever told yourself that there is just no way that you're ever going to keep up with technology and so you're just going to give up on it completely? Is it sort of just like as soon as you learn one tool, then another one comes along? Or wait, actually, hold on. You don't have time to learn new tools because you're too busy grading papers and talking with students and meeting with parents and planning lessons and actually teaching live human beings. So you really want to keep up with technology and you might even be feeling pressure to do it. You just have no time. So let me just introduce myself really quickly. My name is Jennifer Gonzalez. I have a website called Cult of Pedagogy, which is pedagogy just means teaching. And cult is just a joke. There's nothing cultish really. I just am kind of obsessed with education. But I learned from my readers a couple of years ago that one of their biggest problems was technology, that they wanted to keep up with it, but they just couldn't. They couldn't keep up with it. So what I did was I decided to create a resource to help them, to help you. It's called The Teacher's Guide to Tech. And it's basically like an encyclopedia of technology. It's a PDF. It's a big PDF. It's 265 pages this year. But what I do in this guide is I just organize a whole bunch of tech tools, over 150 of them, and I sort them into categories and I link you straight to videos. And I'm going to show you exactly what's in this guide right now so that you can see.
Okay, here it is. Let's look inside. See, I gathered up a huge collection of tools teachers would be interested in, and I grouped them into categories. So all the assessment tools are together, all the flipped learning tools are together. I've got categories for comic strip creators, classroom management tools. So when you click on one of these, what you get is first an introduction to the category. And then up here, you'll find all the tools that are in this category listed up here. When we click on each one, we go to a page just for that tool. There's a description in plain English of what the tool does. There's a link to that tool's website. And if I click on this, it'll go directly there. And then up here, there is a link to a video. Now, if I click on this, it's going to go straight to the video on YouTube. So watch what happens.
If someone asked you what is a bear, where would you?
And we've got this for every tool that we feature. There's a link to a different video. And there's more. Within this description, you'll notice that some of these terms are hyperlinked. Some of these will connect us directly to other tools, and some of them will go to other websites, and some of them will go actually to the glossary. If I click on embedding, this takes me to the glossary. And this is the terms section. This is a list of over 80 tech terms that are defined for you. My favorite part of this section on the terms is the Google cheat sheet. Because Google has so many tools, I thought it would be a good idea to help you out by kind of mapping out how they're related to each other and where you can find each one of these. Two other features that make this guide great are the index, which is completely hyperlinked. Suppose you hear about something called Busuu, and you hear some people talking about using Busuu for something, and you're thinking, what on earth is that? Check the index, it might be in here. You see it, you click on this number here. Now it takes us to a page for Duolingo, which is a language learning tool. But if you look down here, Busuu is listed right there, and this will take you directly to their website. It's listed as a similar tool to Duolingo. I couldn't give every single tech tool in the world its own page, so what I'm doing is linking you to similar tools. On top of all of these sections, there's also a pretty lengthy introduction that explains to you how to use the guide, and it also kind of talks to you a little bit about getting started with technology and some advice on doing it, without growing crazy. And then the last section is just a Q&A that just answers some really frequently asked questions that have something to do with technology.
Could you find this information by yourself by just going online and looking? Totally. If you had about 200 extra hours to spare, you could absolutely find all this information by looking at tools and comparing them to other tools and sort of looking over some of the videos that show, how they work and maybe trying them out. I know that you don't have time to do that. So I've done all the legwork for you and made it really easy in this beautiful document. And I made it in 8.5 by 11-inch paper so that you can look at it in digital form, but you could also print it out and put it in a binder so that you have it for those times when you don't have internet access or anything. So really, this is just such a fantastic resource, and I really want you to take a look at it. So go and visit teachersguidetotech.com, no apostrophe, and you can learn more about it. Thanks.